What is good, y'all? Smooth Got Game family. It's your boy Coach Smooth back on the channel again, and what a year it has been. In case y'all missed it last time, make sure you guys go check it out. It was the craziest Super Bowl you could have ever imagined, but we did come out on top 28-24 against Kansas City, getting our Super Bowl MVP to Trayvon Diggs, who had a clutch pick 6 in that ball game. Like, without exposing too much, I'm telling you, it was a crazy down to the wire Super Bowl. I don't even want to show y'all the box score. If you did not see it, go check it out. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you are brand new to the channel and ready for another episode, though, as we get into yet another off season, looking to retool this team, fix a couple of positions, and make sure that we are ready to defend the Super Bowl championship. We do not want to look like the Rams this year, win a Super Bowl and end up being eliminated by week 16, right? So we definitely want to make sure that we're putting ourselves in a position to still compete next season, and put ourselves in the best position possible for that, to take this division once again and be great. So as you saw the season recap there, we're going to be going through staff moves, manager moves, free agents, all that type of stuff here today, the draft, and making sure that we get everything that we need to have a better run this season. So as you can see, let's look at I want to look at just, okay, I can't just look at just, let's look at just some head coaching. So it looks like the Falcons fired Patrick Bailey as head coach. Brian DeBall is fired for the Giants. Josh Morton for the Jets. Gary Crawford Seahawks. Lovie Smith is fired in Houston. Not able to continue anything else there. Garrett Pratt got fired, but then got hired by the Texans. So Garrett Pratt will be the new head coach of the Houston Texans after they fire Lovie Smith. Not sure what any of the other ones will go. Let's see if it kind of shows some OCs getting fired, some DCs getting fired. Nobody else kind of got rehired just yet. But of course, we're not changing anything about ours. We not only won a Super Bowl, the offense about average, defense is the best we've had in the series. We had the #1 defense basically in the league with about an average offense, and we were able to go out and win a Super Bowl because they did what we needed to in the postseason. They played like a #1 offense, honestly, in the postseason, except for the Super Bowl game. That one kind of had a lot to be desired. But we got 356 staff points. Let's go ahead and take care of the staff trees here. You see we got Eric Aguilar still, Dean Fuller. I think I'd heard something about like scouts can be signed away from your team. We'll see if that ends up being a thing. As of right now, it's not something I have to worry about. Now, as far as my scouting tree, slow player regression for one position, hidden depth trait for one player per season, don't really want it. One challenge tree, oh, I get to reset it one time a season. Nah, I'm good. Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, they're both pretty stacked. Let's see, on offensive side, we got everything. What's this one? This will do boost carrying for halfback, so let them not fumble a little bit more. Impact blocking, run block finesse, pass block for tight ends. Oh, to get to the strength for the offensive lineman. Okay, that's pretty important. Now here, this could help with contracts, 2%. Likelihood of signing. Where's receivers at? They're probably down here, aren't they? Yep. Likelihood of signing tight ends and receivers through free agency. I got to go all the way down here on this tree. 356 points, though. We probably could honestly get down there. Let me look over here though, just make sure I don't want anything here. Boost tackling, block shed, pursuit, hit power. It's just who I want it boosted for. I think I'd rather have it for my outside linebackers, because I think once I go down one side, I can't go back to the other side. So would I rather have block shed for defensive tackles or ends? I'm cool with the ends. Pursuit for linebackers though. Hit power. Ooh. Cause see, I don't really feel like my ends miss tackles that much. I feel like it's more a linebacker thing, but I feel like pursuit is definitely not going to be your left ends, right ends. But I gotta boost tackle on this side. So I'm gonna go tackle, get the block shed, get the pursuit just because I need it. Come down here, get hit power, and then we will grab strength. So boom, we'll go to this side, we'll do the same thing. We'll get pass block for tight ends up +3, impact block or awareness. I'm gonna go awareness for offensive line, and we get that strength. I'm gonna get that strength boost here. But I gotta buy both. Man, I did not want to buy that. Okay, fine. Boom. So we got strength boost for both of those. Let me see what these 1 and 2s are. Boost, run block, finesse for offensive linemen. I'm definitely gonna get that +2. I'm going to go ahead and get this awareness boost for my linemen. And then on this side, this 1 and 2 is just boost carrying for halfbacks. I'm gonna get that. What is this? 1 out of 2. This is release for my receivers. I need that. Then go back to defense. I'll go with the +3 boost tackle. Block shed. Don't really. Hit power is not really important for the ends because it's not like they're going to be coming full speed and cracking somebody. They're probably just going to be shrugging off a block. So I'm good off that. And then 1 out of 2 here. Pursuit for my corners or catching. Ooh. Boost tackling. And what's this? Boost press. I got to get that press boost. Let me get that press. I'm going to get both of those. Let me get the boost tackling for my safeties. Let me get the catching for my DB so we can get some picks. Let me go get the... do I want pursuit? Nah, I think we can live without pursuit for right now. Just come over here to look at these. And obviously, I can't really, touch any of these without getting that first level of contract. So this will give me a 5% discount on AV overall rated players that I want to re-sign, which actually could help out with Amon-Ra St. Brown, actually. Yeah. Oh, under 85. Oh, so it's under 80. So under 85 gives a discount too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get this one maxed out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get one more on that. So I only got 2 points left. I think this point's well spent. Next level will be 90. Then we can start working our way down this tree, and then maybe the trades tree as well. I don't make too many trades though, so not too really worried about that. But that's how we spent 356 staff points that we earned throughout the season. That's why you gotta hit your goals. You gotta hit the weekly goals when you go talk to the press. You gotta hit the in-game goals, setting to something that you think that your team can actually achieve. They very much come in handy when it comes down to spending those points for your staff. Needed that. So let's go ahead and go to the re-sign period. Y'all already know what it is and what it ain't. You already know what players are getting signed, what players are getting cut. But I did have some notes that I wanted to make sure that I did talk about. Obviously, we want to go into this next season, kind of set up expectations. We want to simulate a little bit more, get through the season just a little bit faster. So what we might do is, play like the first game of the season, of course, but then simulate, pretty heavy to kind of get through some things, to get our way through the season a little bit faster. Now that we've won a Super Bowl, we don't have to focus as much on like every individual game. We can watch like two games, half and half. We can watch big games down the line once we get to the playoff race territory. So, week 10 passed. We don't have to focus so much on the beginning of the season as long as we're winning. Now, if we start losing, that's another story. Now, here you can see they want us to go left outside linebacker Brian Pemberton, who actually has dropped back a little bit. We got him 95% scouted. B zone coverage isn't that bad. It's just outside linebacker wasn't really a position of need for me. I guess I could get him, put him on the right side, get Younger over there. I don't think this is somebody on my board. B block shed, A pursuit, A B tackling. He's supposed to be a run stopper anyway. Great to elite speed. I mean, I'm not mad at it, honestly. I wish I could add him to my favorites board. I might have to just write his name down here briefly and go put him on my favorites board here in a second. Now, I just checked my favorites board. He actually is on there. Some other people that are on there, Adam Wallace, somebody I'm thinking about using for my first round pick. I hope he, doesn't go that early. But I'm looking for a possibly new left tackle because we do not know if ours is going to come back. So, I mean, there's an option as well. You see, we've got some 95% in here. It's really scattered pretty good this year, I think. Now, I'm looking for other people that we've kind of looked at. I looked at receiver Clarence Cofield. Looks like he's going pick number 22. A quarterback to the Packers at 21. Wade Shelton at 20. Let's see. Corners going heavy. Obviously, edge rushers are going up here. Theo Adams at number 7. Look, don't Theo Adams and Brian Hightower look kind of alike? I'm just saying. They got the same do-rag and everything. No, I'm just playing. But Russ Drake is somebody I was looking at, but we know we're probably not going to get him. He was a top 5 projection at one point. And so I know he's probably going to go pretty high. They got him going number 5 right now to the Texans. Outside linebackers and quarterback Alex Elliott is still going number 1. He's been going number 1 for the last 2 mock drafts. The Commanders and Seahawks both apparently need quarterbacks, so that could be the number 1 overall pick there. That's probably somebody I would pick. B medium, C deep, A to C short, B to D throw under pressure. 21 years old, field general. Good to great throw power. Not a bad talent. No speed, so you're not getting a scrambler at all. Maybe it's what Seattle needs though. No scrambling. To kind of show off my favorites board here. We got Theo Adams, Javon Monroe, Randall Hilliard. These are some of the guys that we're looking at to use a first overall pick with, you know, Paul Rogers. A lot of edge rusher type of guys because we do want to get younger at that position, at least on the right side, as well as offensive linemen. So Russ Drake, Adam Wallace. We did have some guys late that I think did I add them to the board? I didn't. That I wanted to make sure I talked about with you guys because offensive line is going to be a focus in this draft. I want to make sure I'm getting somebody that can be a pass protector that I can move out here to left tackle at all costs. And as you can see, there's not really too many that have good pass blocking. I mean, you're looking for that A pass block grade. Even as a pass protector here in round 3 to 4, he's at a B. So it's telling me like A's are going to be at a premium. You know, we got A to C ranges, but especially with being an agile, I can almost guarantee this probably going to be on the C side. Now, of course, we have Adam Wallace here, B pass block, but there's also Joseph Edwards. He's supposed to be a pass protector around 3 to 4 with A pass blocking, A awareness, somebody that I'm really looking at possibly getting. You know, we have 3 or 4 second round picks. Easily can scoop him up with one of those picks, make him a starting left tackle. He's got A pass block power, A to C finesse, not really worried about his run blocking. We can work on that just as long as he can pass block when he comes in. That's all I need from you. As well as there was also a right guard I was looking at. He had A power or A pass block. Let me find him really quick. My fault. It was actually right tackle Tom Branson here. He's got an A to C range, A impact block, B run block. He's supposed to be a pass protector. So I'm hoping that that A to C is on the A side. 22 years old, marginal to decent strength, but he does have A pass block finesse, B to D on the power, kind of D on the power. So probably not a power guy. Need to work on his power abilities, but being a pass protector, he could possibly also be another option that we could just move over to left tackle. Depends on how the board falls though. What is left to us in the first round, I do not see myself trading up at this current moment. Depending on how our re-signs go and how free agency goes and how much of left tackle is a need will depend how much I move up. If it's like I need one bad, I could see myself trading up just to be able to pick up Russ Drake, just to make sure that we get somebody that's high up there in the draft class, has a lot of potential to possibly be good. Round 1 projection, I wish I could have got a little bit more on him to know exactly how much that would be worth. Maybe we can also see that too. Maybe I'll make him a focus player to get some extra information on this offseason and see if it's worth trading up. If it's not, then of course, then I think right now my top favorite option honestly would be either Adam Wallace or Joseph Edwards. Probably more so Joseph Edwards, just to have that A pass block straight away when he comes in to go out to the left tackle spot. Somebody else I wanted to bring his attention to was strong safety Kyle Wagner. A to C zone coverage. He's supposed to be a zone safety. A hit power though to match up with that B to D on the man coverage and tackling. Somebody else that I'm thinking about getting more information on because, like I said, depending on how free agency goes and how my re-signs go, Tracy Walker III is at the end of his contract. And Kirby Joseph has not done enough, at least in this world, to show me that he could be a starter. No, in real life, he has been a beast for the real life Detroit Lions. It's been a very good pick for them. But in this game, hasn't shown me enough to show that he could be a starter yet. So maybe even just to get some competition, getting somebody else that could be a good zone corner or zone safety out there. Solid to good speed. He's got A awareness, A catching, B play rec, B to D man, A to C zone. So that the A catching is what gives me confidence that his zone coverage might be on the A side rather than like the C side. So maybe somebody else that I'm looking at to fill that free safety role, because there wasn't too many free safeties with good zone coverage. I mean, there's Tim Lehman, A to C, taking a chance on him, round 2 to 3 possibly. Could be somebody that we look at. But you know, you don't know right now, especially with a lot of the ratings that are in the zones. You know what I'm saying? Like A to C, B to D. You don't really know for sure what. I know for a fact, just number 1 dude ain't it. B power, I don't even know if he'd be good as like a hybrid right now. I mean, unless his man coverage was like A and the zone was C, and I can see why he'd be the best safety. But other than that, I don't even know how this dude got on top. And here goes some retirements as we go ahead and get to the end of the season as well. Harrison Smith is calling it quits. Justin Pugh, Chandler Jones, JJ Watt retiring, Aaron Rodgers retiring, Matt Ryan, of course, you know, back quarterback, you know, he was probably going to retire. Wow, that's crazy. So Aaron Rodgers is finally hanging it up, huh? No wonder the Packers were trying to get a quarterback at 21. So if that's able to work out for him, Ben Jones, Trent Williams, Tannehill is out, AJ Boye is out. Let's see, any other notable names? You guys can listen down below. Of Cordell Patterson is going to go ahead and say he's done. JPP is out. Joe Thomas, Malcolm Butler, Nick Foles, Blaine Gabbert, Xavier Rhodes. Dang, we that deep, art. Duke Johnson. Shoot, way to make a man feel old, bro. Seeing all these people that you watch get drafted and you felt pretty young when you watched them. Not when you see him retire out of Madden, though, boy. You be feeling old in the mug. So we got about 35.6 million. There are some roster cuts that I wanted to make happen. We'll wait till we get to actual free agency for that, though. We'll come in here. The only thing I can do here with my top dog, Amon-Ra St. Brown, is put him on a franchise tag, which would be 27.3 million. That'll put us -5 million in the hole. And I do have some, I don't know if it'll affect my cap space right now. Let me go see if I can do it real quick. There were some cuts I wanted to make to kind of spend some money, or save some money, I should say. First one here is releasing Justin Jackson, saving about 2.5 million on him. He's getting older. We have younger backs that are close to his overall or better. So I just felt like it was time to go ahead and release him. Save up that free cap space for your boy. Go over to wideout. Same kind of thing here with TJ Vasher. He's actually the worst receiver on here. Saving about 370K. So I mean, it's not like a big move here to save anything. I could probably get rid of Trent Benson, honestly. At 28 years old. 1.24 mil. Actually, I don't even know why that would save me money. That dude is, pretty sure his contract is up right now. Like, he's asking me to sign him right now, but so we'll leave that alone. And somebody else here, 1.87 million that we'd be saving. Go ahead, let go of AJ Parker. We got Christopher Randall right behind him, just pretty much close to the same overall. Or we can go draft somebody that's probably a little bit better than both of them, honestly. So go ahead and release him too as well. Now, that probably didn't do much, but is it at least enough to go sign that left tackle? This is probably not gonna get him, but I'm gonna try 2 years, 13 million, so 6.5, roughly 6.5 million a season. It's just, I mean, he has high interest levels, so maybe it'll work, but we're not gonna have much cap space even if it does. Oh wow, it did work. Wow, okay. Well, it handles the left tackle situation, but now we have a lot of other holes that need to be fixed. All right, I gotta look at these salaries. Like, I'm trying to figure out why. Obviously, we have the rookie reserve serving 12.4 million for the rookies, but why do I have so little money? Oh, because we signed Nick Bosa to this huge contract, $32 million. Amon-Ra's on 27 million. Dean's on 17. Frank Ragnew's at 14. Trayvon Diggs is at 14. Yeah, it's probably no. Oh yeah, we just signed Decker to 12 point. Wait, why is this cap space so high? 26 million. I could have sworn that deal said 2 years, 6 million. Is that how much he gets every season? $6 million bonus is what I put, so he gets 6 million, so it totaled up to 12. But the 7 and 7 is 14. 14 plus 12 is 26. Dang, I thought I was giving him 2 years, 6.5 million a season. I was giving him 2 years, 13 million a season. Wow. Maybe it's worth, because I would say that would at least give us some cap space room, because we're really not gonna have any room. Like, I'm going to have to draft every backup position you can think of pretty much, and a possible starter or free safety. Unless I'm willing to go all in with Tyler Decker, trade him away to get higher up and go for a different left tackle to move some of this cap space, to at least be able to sign like somebody, because right now we have no money. Won't be able to do anything as far as cap space goes. We will be looking completely at scouting new players and trying to figure out the best way to make this team better. So right now, my only worry, and probably my biggest worry right now, is then that free safety position. So now becomes the need of, all right, who's going to be that safety option that we go for? I need somebody with decent zone coverage. Aaron Long has a chance with A to C. Kyle Wagner with A to C. So I might be using my focus, my mini camp invites basically on these two to see which safety I want to go with. And who else? Wasn't there an offensive lineman I was going to use it on? I just can't remember who. I think I was going to use it on Rush Drake to see if he was worth it, but we're not going to be up there to grab him. I don't know who else I'm going to use it on, honestly. I just know for sure I'm going to use it on those two to make sure that we hit on that first round pick because it's going to be so late. Is there any other options that I could possibly use it on? It'll probably be like a later in the round. I'll figure it out. I won't bore you guys with, you know, trying to sit through and figure out who I'm about to use this on. Just know that it's going to be used on those two safeties for sure, so I can make sure I hit on that first round pick and make sure that we get our next starting strong free safety somewhere in this draft. Another mock draft and another Alex Elliott right on top. Looks like kind of everything in the top 3 staying the same. Paul Rogers jumping into the top 5 conversation here. 10 spots up to the Jets. You got Jordan Ames dropping down to that 5 spot. Theo Adams still staying a top 10 pick. Javion Monroe. Oh, there he is. Rush Drake dropped 10 spots down to 15 at the Bucks. You got Wade Shelton. Elijah Jones still going 21 to the Packers, especially after Aaron Rodgers retired. They got Kyle Wagner going 10 spots to 24 at the Bills. So I have to keep that in mind too before we go into this draft, that they got him moving up. Definitely do not want him getting swiped because that could potentially be who we take. They want us getting receiver Clarence Cofield, probably not with that F catching. But it looks like the only safety taken is him too in the first round. So he might be the best option for us to go with. Kyle Wagner here with that A power potential with the A to C zone coverage, 21 years old, good speed. He ran 4.4. So the second fastest safety in the class, definitely deserving of probably who our first round pick is going to be with that much speed. Let me go look too, since we can compare like combine numbers now. Let me go look at the difference between him and Aaron Long. See, he went 4.49, 21 bench reps, so he's pretty strong. 10.2 at the broad jump, pretty consistent with that. So he's going to be kind of athletic. Looks like he might be agile too with the 3 cone. 20-yard shuttle stayed the same, so 4.2, pretty consistent with that. Let me look at Kyle Wagner. Let's see, 35-inch vert, so second best there. Not as strong, but it looks like he will be a lot shiftier, a lot quicker, a lot more agile, which is fine. It's at the safety position, especially going to the free side. So just off combine and pro day, I'm leaning towards Wagner. We'll see though. Did I like skip over? Like, where am I? When do I get my like focus people? Key info. The free agency recap. Okay, so it's during the free agency recap. I was about to say, like, when do I get to get the 3 people that come to the facility? Now, of course, if I need to move up, you know, a couple of spots to get my safety, I'll do that. Now, who's my 5th year option for? I don't know, who is this shit? Oh, Aiden Hutchinson, for sure. I need that. Yes, sir. From what I saw last year, I'd love to have him on this team for another 5-6 years. Don't you agree? I said absolutely. I want to keep him around. In that case, do you want to go and pick up the 5th year option? Of course, keep him around for that extra year, and then it'll be time for him to get that big deal contract. But hopefully by that point we'll have a little bit more money, as right now we're kind of strapped for cash with the way that Nick Bosa over there eating and the way our offensive line eating. Now apparently there's another 5th year option, Jameson Williams. I forgot they did have 2 first-round draft picks. Of course, we're going to pick up his option to pick up his. So we got 2 5th year options on the team, which is really going to strap for cash, I'm going to assume. Look at that, we're under the minimum roster requirement. So we got a lot of people that we got to draft. I got to make sure I keep my eyes open for that, because there's going to be a lot of positions that I want to fill. We might actually use all these picks. This is why it's good to trade back in the draft, get future picks for a situation like this where you spent too much money and you kind of got to retool your depth, and you got to do it during the draft because your free agency money is strapped. Now we can look real quickly though. Let's look and see who's been signed so far. We've went through 2 stages of it. This is the final stage of it. Oh, looks like Jalen Waddle is going over to the coming in division, actually going to the Bears. Great, more weapons for Justin Fields, just what I needed. Elijah Moore going to the Cowboys. Pat Fairmouth to the Panthers. Elijah Mitchell to the Cardinals. Okay, Kwity Paye to the Chargers. Looks like the Vikings getting another good pass rusher, Greg Rosario. Anybody else notable or coming in division? Forsade Olukun going to the Bears, a strong middle linebacker for him. All right, so I got my 3 private workout players, of course, the 2 strong safeties, and I went in and looked at Matt Martin here. He's a pass protector, day 3 right guard. He's got A to C's on all 4 of the important things. So I just want to see what those are. See if it's somebody that we could potentially pick up later in the draft, late rounds. Maybe we take him with like one of our 6th, our 5th. See what kind of player he is. See where he could possibly fall in that day 3 area. So we definitely want to go ahead and get those 3 suited and booted. Now, of course, we got the final mock draft of the off season, and let's see where things are kind of falling back into place. Still same top 3 that it's been for the past couple. Brian Hightower jumping his way back into the top 5. Theo Adams moving up. Javon Monroe. Randall Hilliard dropping back just a little bit. Adam Wallace dropping way up. Russ Drake staying right where he was. Wade Shelton staying. Elijah Jones staying. Clarence Cofield back up to 23. There goes Kyle Wagner. They got him going 24 to Buffalo. So I might have to pay attention to that. I might have to trade with, Tennessee, New Orleans, to go up and get him, depending on what that feedback says from the private workouts. I think I'm going receiver George Thomas. There's so many of these guys have very low catching, like D. Now, of course, I don't know. We'll have to see like what some of these receivers come in with. We'll keep that in mind. George Thomas specifically at a D. What did Clarence Cofield have? Clarence Cofield had a F. So we'll really see that when we see him get drafted. If the Saints pick him up for real, or if we trade with them, obviously they won't pick him up. Somebody will pick him up later. We'll see what that F correlates to, and we'll know for future drafts. Like, okay, F and D might really still mean like mid to high 70s. So I don't know. It all obviously depends on the class. So like A's in the class, if anybody has it, might be like he's got 95 catching. So we'll see though. Definitely going to be taking strong safety though with these first couple of picks. I don't think I've showed you guys, so let's go look at the picks real quick too before we get into the draft, so you guys kind of know what I'm working with. You kind of saw a little bit in the trade screen, but I want you guys to see the full amount of draft capital that we are coming to this draft with. A first, 4 seconds, a third, a 5th, 2 6th, 2 7. So no 4th round pick, but we do have 1 2 3 4 5 6 top 100 picks that I'm working with. If this were a year where we needed to trade up and get to that number 1 pick, I'd say it'd be pretty fair and pretty easy to do it with all this draft capital. But right now, we're going to need a good majority of this. So this is what a total of, it's 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 picks, and we have a 48-man roster right now. So we're probably going to use all, if not pretty much all of these picks. Now we might trade back a little bit, but for the most part, we might be using all of these picks to make this work. Let's see, right guard, Matt Martin. He's up to a 90%. A to B potential with the pass block, C to D run block. I guess that's enough to possibly make a strong case for him on day 3. 33 on the bench reps, kind of agile, kind of fluid. A pass block finesse, B pass block power. So he's got the good secondary. So I think we'll add him to the board as a good day 3 option. And then strong safeties. Both are at 95. I love that. So not enough to know their talent, but we will at least know C zone coverage, B zone coverage, B tackling, demand, A. So everything's the same except for the zone. Kyle Wagner's a little bit better in that department. Obviously, we added in the speed, A hit power, A catching, D man, B tackle, pursuit, play rec, C block shed. Look here. A block shed, C to D catching, B play rec, A pursuit. So definitely, as their name say, like I think Aaron Long is the better run support option, and I think Kyle Wagner is the better zone coverage option. Now, unfortunately for Aaron Long, we need zone coverage because whoever we draft is going to free safety, not strong. We got Ronnie Harrison Jr. over there, so Kyle Wagner will stay on the board. He's going to be my number 1 pick. And here it is, baby, draft day. Getting kicked off once again, man, and hopefully we're able to land our targets. That's all that matters. We have a lot of open slots on this team that we want to make sure that we try to get evened out. And the number 1 spot right now is the starting free safety position. We didn't have enough money to sign back our old starting free safety. He's gone to Dallas to get that money. Look, Alex Elliott right on cue, going over to Seattle. So can't wait to see what his overall is and see what kind of player he is. And we only had 2 quarterbacks going in this first round too. So we'll keep that in mind. Ron Grant going number 2 to the Falcons. Chargers will take Martin Norwood, right outside linebacker out of Oklahoma. Right tackle Brian Hightower going to the Jets. And we tried to trade them a tackle too, and they didn't even want to go for it. That's crazy. We could have been moved up to 4th, possibly taking a tackle of our own. Theo Adams to the Giants. They're retooling, helping out Kevin Thibodeau. Really getting some more edge pressure. Javon Monroe going right behind him, so can't really see the difference between those two edge rushers. Paul Rogers is gone too as well. That's a lot of our top guys. You know, while we just take a quick moment here to go look at the draft board and my favorites list. Clarence Cofield is now showing himself up there. George Thomas. Where's my strong safety at? Oh, there he is. I don't know how I overlooked him like that. Oh, can I not reorganize right now? Oh, Denver's on the clock, so that means a pick was just made. Okay, yeah. So I cannot reorganize right now. That's tough. But Kyle Wagner's there, so whoever's right above him just got picked. Rondell Hilliard just got took. I'm just worried about my safety going, yo. I really don't want to lose him. All right, let me try to pause here. Obviously trying to get ahead of the Bills if we can. Let me see what they'll do for just a straight up pick swap. A little bit interested. What if I throw in my 5th round? I'm cool with going from the 3rd to the 6th. Wow, that's not enough. Okay, my later 2nd. There you go. All right, cool. We're up to 20 then. So I went ahead and traded my 32nd in the 2nd round as well, just to get up to 20. We saw that the Bills were wanting our guy, so hopefully that's enough to be able to land him. Middle linebacker going next. Adam Wallace is out, so it's into our offensive line dreams. There goes Rush Drake. Can't wait to see how good those guys turned out, if it would have been worth it to come up and get him. Wade Shelton as well is gone. Nigel Manning. And I'm going to go ahead and go resume clock. Let it go slowly to our pick, just so I can go ahead and fix some things on my own draft board. Finally at our pick, man. You already know what time it is. So our guy did not get took. How many people are left on my favorites board, by the way? From 25 down to 19, just that quick. I got a couple of other round 1 or 2 options, a couple receivers here. Still got some offensive line. Still got some edge rushers that we can go ahead and take up, which is good. We're going to need to fill up those spots. And quarterback is actually going to be a spot I need to do too, because we'll need a backup. So I need to just kind of make an educated guess on that one later in the draft. But right now, we're going with strong safety Kyle Wagner out of Oklahoma State. 6 foot, 209 pounds, 21 years old. B-zone coverage, ran a 4.4, ran a 6.9 in the 3-cone, 4.1 in the 20-yard shuttle, 35-inch vert, 10-foot broad. I'm excited to get him on the team. I'm ready. I can't wait to see what this rating is going to be, and hopefully he's hidden deaf. Oh, that hurts. Normal development, Kyle Wagner. It's all right. 89 speed, 85 change of direction, 88 agility. It's okay. We'll wait and see what his overall and everything is, but normal development definitely does hurt from a 1st round pick, especially because we traded up so much to get him. But had to get in front of the Bills. So now the next point of, oh, there goes Elijah Jones. Now the next point of business is getting into the 2nd round, seeing who will still be left alive for us to go after. There goes Clarence Cofield. I'll just do a quick look at my draft board. We had 19 people last time. We drafted one, so it would have been 18 down to 16. So I'm thinking with this next pick, we need backup offensive linemen. So I think I'm going to go with Nathan Nix with the 1st one. Try to get Quentin Cohen. Do I need outside linebacker though? I have 2 on the left. Where's the right? I have 3. I don't really need it, especially because, well, he's got a pursuit. He's supposed to be a run stopper, so we probably could put him at edge rusher. What's his? Do we know his like other ratings? A block shed, F finesse, D power. Ooh, so not good of that. Could have edge rusher, so I probably couldn't move him over there. So I probably might pass on Quentin Cohen. So we'll probably go offensive line there. Maybe go after Andrew Harding or Mitch Scott, one of these two. And with the other pick, I don't know. It's good to have guys like this, like with the A-zone coverage, but just no point in going after them really. Maybe kind of reevaluating, looking, see if there's any other high value targets. But I think for right now, we'll go Nathan Nix with the 1st one and Andrew Harding with the second round pick. So we'll just kind of keep our eyes open and make sure those guys don't get swiped. No, the Raiders had to do it, bro. Nathan Nicks just went to Oakland. Oh my. And then George Thomas going right after him. Somebody I had on my board. I wasn't probably going to be too keyed in on taking a receiver this year. But I can't believe they took Nathan Nicks. That's who I was wanting. Now, thankfully, we still got some hidden gems back here, like Joseph Edwards. Well, I'm not even sure if I want to wait that long, and I might pick him up with one of our second-round picks. But I'm also not going to wait either. I'm going to go ahead and get... Honestly, could probably get both of these two dudes right here. So I think I'm going to start first with Andrew Harding and hope that we can get to Mitch Scott too as well. B block shed, B power moves, A tackling. Don't know what his finesse moves is, but he will be a run stopper. So I might, you know, not be as good on that. Strength is up there. He's the second strongest, right? And yeah, we're going to go ahead and draft him. Normal dev. So, you know, that sucks as well, but we'll take it. And we'll go into our next pick. I don't know how far back it is. Ooh, all the way back at 25. I don't know if I want to wait that long. Y'all think I can do a pick swap here again? Wait, what? What does that even mean? Oh, they went ahead and picked. They went ahead and took Aaron Long. And there goes Todd Webster. I probably should have paused it. I didn't think their pick was coming up that quick. I was like, yo, what is that? I've never got that that phrase before. So we've committed to using this pick. Boom. There we go. Moved up again. Like I said, I gotta make these picks work. These are gonna be backups. I do not want to miss on these backups. So resume draft. Let me go make my selection. And we're gonna take the other edge rusher this time. Mitch Scott. So after Mitch Scott, I think I'm going to take a gamble and take a little bit early on Joseph Edwards to help out with this offensive line. Yeah, that seemed like a good idea for me. All right, Mitch Scott it is. Please be hidden development. A power moves. Not really too good on the other ones, but he's a power rusher. He's 21 years old, maybe a little bit more seasoned. Gonna be quicker on his feet, so I don't know how the finesse moves aren't a little bit higher, but I'll take it. Hidden development, baby, let's go. I knew we were gonna get one eventually. That boy Mitch Scott, welcome to the squad, my boy. Hidden dev, 85 strength, 84 speed, 79 agility. Can't wait to see what that overall is about to be. Back on the clock, still got my offensive line preferences here. Got an A run block here, so I can definitely help out with the guard situation, which most of you guys were going to go inside anyway. So it's just a matter of which one do I want to take first and which one I think will be gone first. Scott Sexton, Joseph Edwards, where do they rank on like the whole board? They're probably not going to be up anytime soon. Round 2 to 3s. Here's the 3 to 4s. Scott Sexton is first, just barely. So I'll go ahead and go Scott Sexton first, and I'll probably go Joseph Edwards in that third round if I need to trade up. Hopefully I don't have to, but I will if I need to. A run blocking, A to C impact, B to D run pass blocking. He's 23 years old, so it doesn't help out the fact that he's that bad. Wow, my dude was first in everything though. Great to lead in every athletic category, so that's something to be proud of at least. So we'll go Scott Sexton. I think he deserves it the best. Hidden development offensive lineman. Are you serious? I do this, man. Come on now. I'm the hidden dev guru. My boy was first in every athletic category, and it sucks that first is a 75 speed, 73 agility, and 59 change of direction. But that's first place, and first place gets you hidden developments. Now, hopefully he can keep it, because I don't know where to put this man on the offensive line. My offensive line actually kind of good. Dang it, New England. They took the other offensive lineman I was looking at, which kind of throws a wrench in my plans. I was definitely about to take on my third pick, and I was thinking about trading up for him too, just because I thought something like that might happen. I still need to take 2 more offensive linemen. I mean, I have some guys here late, day 3, projected UDFA. So, I mean, we could take those guys. Other than that, the only other thing that I would need to kind of fill out everything would be a QB. Obviously, I don't have one on my favorites list. And this would be just for a backup, but Mark Sheldon don't look pretty bad with pretty good deep and medium accuracies. Same thing for Max France, but these guys are day 3 picks. Let's see. 21 years old, good throw power. What about Max? 22 years old, elite throw power. Might throw him on my board. Oh, I can't throw him on my board. I just have to remember Max is a dude I want. He's a day 3 target right now, so I don't want to. I'm not about to come up for that necessarily. What about offensive line? Are there any other good offensive linemen that I think could be deserving of this type of pick? Let's see. Pass protector with A to C with your day 3 option, so I could wait on you. Jonathan Reddick, pass pro, round 2 to 3. B on his pass blocking. I might take him actually with our next pick, as long as he's still there. Jonathan Reddick. Where are you at in the overall draft board? He's coming up soon. So the question is, do I want to wait? Of course not. So let me pause this. I'm gonna try to trade with the, oh, there goes Jalen McDonald, who's also on my draft board. Let me go try to trade with the Colts real quick. Let's see if we can swap picks. 32nd for 27th. That's not a huge jump, huge trade back. So I guess I don't need these 2. I'll trade this 6 because I'm gonna use that 7th to get me an extra pick next year. All right, I'll trade with the Cowboys. Fluff it. Let's resume the draft. Let's go get our guy. Thank goodness they ain't taking him, because I would have been pissed. All right, let's go get our right tackle then. What was his name again? I done forgot my dude's name. Jonathan Reddick. B pass block, B awareness. Seems like a decent fit here. 21 years old. See anything stand out about the combine or pro day? Not really. Nothing really else kind of like stands out. Just another guy that can kind of come in, maybe help out with depth. Normal development, we expected that, but we'll see what it kind of turns into as far as an overall rating. Ooh, a long time waiting. I didn't have no pick in that 4th round, so I had to get all the way through the 4th and all the way through the 5th. But we are finally here in the 5th round, ready to make our selection on day 3. So let's see. Dang, my quarterback got took. All the day 3 options are gone. So now it's just kind of like, I mean, UDFA, so I mean, you're not going to really get anything amazing with those. What about my favorite board? Is anybody still left? We got 3 options. Dang, one of my offensive linemen got took too. Tremaine Clark is here as a UDFA. Is there any other? Now we're on day 3 territory. So is there anybody that is? Wow, you slid this far back. You gotta be booty cheek. So I'm not taking you. Don't look at me. He's looking around like, bro, somebody gonna pick me up, and I'm like, bro, don't look over here. No, sir, they left you alone for a reason, so I'm gonna leave you alone. A little bit early, but it is what it is. He's somebody that I liked on my board anyway. So pass protector, he had A in pass blocking. So normal development, obviously not another hidden dev, but we'll see if we can make something shake with that one. Now, as far as our next, I think we only have 2 more picks left. One will for sure be a quarterback, and one will be trade bait. It'll just be depending on which one I get the best offer for. All right, let's do a quick look at these trade offers for the 6th round pick. Anything interesting? Nah, I mean, extra 6 isn't going to do nothing for me. I might as well just get an extra 7. That's the way the CPU be treating me. So let's come in here. Let's try to get a backup quarterback just real quick. That's going to have to be a UDFA. So it's going to have to just be whichever one of these top 4 kind of stand out the most. 2 Bs there. Elijah Meeks honestly has the best potential. BA and then the B to D's. 22 years old. Good throw power, ranked 4.9. Yeah, he's probably gonna be the best option. Oh wait, I meant to draft him. There we go. Elijah Meeks. If he had been hidden development, I know. If he had been hidden development, I would have been going crazy. 91 throw power though is not bad. I'll take 91 throw power from a backup. We'll just have to see what the accuracies are like. And with Mr. Relevant, we're just gonna trade this away. I guess a good rule of thumb is just to trade to the opposite conference, right? You know, I have to see the 49ers. And actually, I'm not doing the 49ers no favors. We just dog walked them. Give it to the Patriots. So Patriots will have the last pick of the draft with Mr. Relevant. Not really sure what they're going to do with it. But let's just go ahead and get to this draft recap. See how good our players ended up being. Draft recap. What do we got? Now, obviously, you know, in negative in cap space land, that's never good. Kyle Wagner, 76 overall. I love it. First pick that we were able to go and pick up. 76 zone corner. I'm gonna say zone corner. Zone coverage. Strong safety. Will be moved over to free safety. So 79 overall, 86 tackling, which went up +3, I guess, because of the morale boost. +10 to his play rate too. I love that. So not much on the block shit and everything like that. Man coverage is at 61. Why is he getting? Well, obviously, it's not gonna show anything there. So we'll definitely be, let me edit him, moving him over to the free safety side and letting him possibly start. Rookie starter out there in free safety. So maybe another possibility to get a what are they called? Rookie of the year, maybe. 72 by Andrew Harding. You know, he's normal dev. 75 Mitch Scott, who ended up being hidden development. Power rusher. 74 looks like power moves. 63 finesse. 73 block shed. Let's see how that compares to Andrew Harding, who ends up having 74 power moves, 80 block shed, 60 finesse moves. That's cool. Ooh, 80 block shed already? Even though he's only a 72, that block shed is going to come in mad handy. Scott Sexton, who we didn't actually pick up right after him. He's also hidden development. 77 run block, 75 pass, 76 on his finesse, 83 on his finesse. So the power needs the most amount of work, but he'll be a good inside, probably guard or center. Not really sure which one I'll put him at yet, but he'll be definitely at one of those. Reddick, obviously, would just stay in tackle. Looks like he's a 62. Clark, 65. Elijah Meeks actually coming out with 68. I'm not mad at that. For somebody that we just drafted, 91 throw power, the accuracies are okay. 84 short. I wouldn't be upset if he had to start for like a game or come in for a couple of drives. Now, of course, you know, quarterbacks don't really get injured in Madden no more. They need to bring that back. But, so not something we'll have to worry about, but it'll be good in case it does. You know, Madden sometimes is weird. So let's go ahead and look at the draft class as a whole, right? Top quarterback that went, Alex Elliott, ends up being a 72 overall field general, going out starting for Seattle. 93 throw power, so only slightly better than Elijah Meeks. Short accuracy is pretty close too. He's got better medium, probably better throwing the run, play action. So that's a pretty strong pickup to do. Normal development, so not even a hidden development quarterback there. Then they went Ron Grant, 78 overall, probably one of the best players in the class. Hidden development rookie at 23 years old. The Falcons got themselves a stud at middle linebacker. Let's see. Let's look at some of the players that we were like looking at. Obviously, you know, Theo Adams. Let's look at the players that we really were contemplating picking up. Alden Wallace here, 74 overall. Rush Drake, 73. See, that's not worth trading up for like the #1 pick to try to go grab. Kyle Wagner. Oh, that's what we ended up picking up. I was about to say, I think his name sounds familiar. Here we go. Cofield. Ended up being a 75 overall. Not a bad receiver at all. 75 deep threat. 79 catching. So that's what an F is. I told y'all. So F catching is basically medium to high 70s. Mid to high 70s. I can work with that. In my mind, I was thinking F was about to be like in the 60s. I can work with the F because that means D is probably in the 80s then. C probably like mid to high 80s. B low 90s. A mid to high 90s. Okay. So now we know that moving forward with potential receivers that we pick up, like don't be afraid if you see an F or a D in catching, it'll be okay. So best player picked up was Ron Grant at 78 overall. We actually picked up one of the best two with Kyle Wagner being 76 overall though. So that was a smart pick. Good trade up for that. Even though he ended up being normal dev, the worst player. Picked up by the Vikings, a 61 overall defensive tackle. Fastest player in the class. 99, Darius Andrews. I think I had him on my board too. As a receiver, I was going to potentially look at 99 speed. What is he working with as far as other ratings? Hidden dev, 22 years old. Cowboys got a stud here, 76 overall with the catching, 75 catching traffic. Route running could use a little work other than deep, but the 99 speed is going to be a big help for them. Now, as far as looking like carrying, so best running backs in class, Johnny Johnson, 92 carrying. Everybody else is kind of like in the 80s. Catching, best you can get there is 84 with Jerome Colbert. Moses Muhammad 82, Mark Grant 82, Tom Urban 82. That's another thing I wanted to look at real fast. I know he went to the Patriots, so it'll be a little bit easier to do that. One of the guys that I wanted ended up coming here. Which one was it? I know he got picked up by this team. Who was it? Joseph Edwards. There it goes. Ended up being a 74 overall. Hidden development center. Oh, they were both hidden devs. Oh, if I know that I would have traded up, we could have had 2 hidden dev offensive linemen. Like, I think at that point, like, you just forced them in to start just because they would possibly have star, superstar, potentially. And like my entire offensive line at that point would be star studded. Like, I couldn't even imagine. Like, let me go look at my adjusted lineup. If I put both those 2 in with their hidden development talents, I mean, the only one that's not is Kurt Milligan, but even still, it's just straight across the board. We're good. It's like, where do I even put in Saxton right now? He's definitely gonna be honorary 6th lineman. He's taking that spot over for Evan Brown, but you know, where does he kind of fit in? Do I trade Eric Decker away and let him immediately come in and start? Like, trade him for like a backup offensive lineman and, you know, a 2nd, 3rd round pick potentially. It also helped me save some cap space. But you know, that's something to be aware about when, you know, contracts come up for these 2, and these 2 are getting up there in age. So things to kind of consider now, knowing that we have somebody that is hidden development. So this is great. I think it's a great draft class. Let me know what you guys think down below, but I am very proud at what I was able to produce with this. Let me know what you guys were graded out, right? Grade my draft class. Is it an A, B, C, D, F? What could have made it better? What moves do you think maybe I neglected or just overlooked in general? Now, of course, we're getting into the preseason. So I will want to pick up a couple more pieces just to kind of have some position battles, some depth, really get a look at some guys. So we only got 2 quarterbacks on roster. I only got 4 running backs. We like to make that kind of push to see who can make the roster. Only got 6 receivers. Maybe I'll go sign another one there. Offensive line, just how I like it. Let me go to make that change. So you're going to stay there. I'm going to move you to right guard to even out my offensive line. I like to just do it like this too, so it looks like a lot neater and stuff like that. I could just leave him at left guard and just move him over there in the depth chart, but I like to just go ahead and look like that. It looks a lot cleaner. Got our ends working for us. So which one is I think Scott is the one with the, yeah, he's the one with the hidden development. So now I don't have to, when Nick Bosa's contract is up, I don't have to sign him back, right? I can let Mitch Scott do his thing and take over. I do not have to sign Nick Bosa back. Now, of course, we're young on that side, so no worries there. I might want to sign another outside or middle linebacker, maybe sign another corner. Kyle Wagner will be starting over. Look at, already better than Kirby Joseph. So I will be moving. Who's better like runs? Like, he's definitely not good at zone cover. So Keith Holcomb, I think we drafted him as a strong safety anyway, so he will be going back over there. Yeah, because his top thing is run support, so he'll be going right back over to strong safety. Boom. DBs are all set up. Did he just 72? Dang, he jumped. Did he jump up? I think he did. 72 overall. So everything else is straightened out. We're just going to get a couple more people signed to fill up this roster a little bit. We got 56 people on roster. I don't even know how much money we have, if I even have the money to sign free agents right now, and kind of get that space done. I definitely want to at the least get one more quarterback bridge. Does anybody got the mentor? Okay, Kirk Cousins and Tyler Heineke are still here. Asking for a lot of money though for a backup. I do have the money though, so we could get another mentor on here. Obviously, just help out with getting guys their extra development. So the question is, do I want Kirk Cousins, or do I want Tyler Heineke, or do I want? Are these the only 2 options I really have? Yeah, then we start getting into some like boo-boo people. So let's just see. I mean, obviously speed's going to go to Heineke. He's a lot more mobile. Throw power, accuracies across the board seem to be in favor though of Tyler Heineke, even though the throw power is there. Throwing the run is way up here. Throwing the pressure. I think I just gotta go with accuracy standpoint. I mean, if you have to get somebody to come in, I want him to throw accurately. So I'm gonna go Tyler Heineke. We'll sign him to a little contract here. Get him in. Now, of course, I would love to sign like a receiver or something to a possible practice squad. Ooh, it's a lot of work to be done. Tutu Atwell. There's some young guys down here though that can be signed. 26. Let's look at the practice squad eligible. Dang, you asking for 2.4 million at 69. Yeah, we're gonna wait till the regular season starts. Yeah, we're gonna work with the roster we have, and we're gonna sign people. We'll sign some free agents to be on the practice squad when it gets to preseason. So that'll be all for this episode, man. I hope you guys did enjoy. Like, comment, and subscribe if you guys did. There's another off seasons in the book. I will be watching the preseason games on my own. If you guys want to start seeing that, you gotta let it be known in the comment section. If you guys want to see it, we'll throw up like a highlight or something. I'll do post commentary over it, get it out as a video for you maybe next season. But I'll be watching these on my own. I will stop before I make the cuts. I'll talk with the coaching staff. We'll talk about the cuts. We only got to make like 4 of them. Talk about the practice squad additions possibly, and then we'll come back in that video, do all that, and get into week 1 against Minnesota. If you guys are ready for that, leave a comment down below. Let me know you guys are excited for it. I will get at you guys in the next video. It's me, your boy SGG, the King of Games, aka Coach Smooth, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. I'm out.